you?
Yo.
That's for your message.
I worked it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just in the docs, which also led me to opening up the OBS chat.
Because it's all built into one window.
Yeah, well, I googled it so many times how to bring up the YouTube chat using OBS, and I just could not find an answer. And it was just so simple.
It's a window when you first start it up, and you just move. When you hit starting stream, I just move it to the left of my setup.
Oh yeah, it's much,
and then,
much
it shows you
easier.
the stats on the other side.
Yeah. And looking at the bit rate, what have I got? I'm floating between 9,000 and 11,000, which is pretty good.
Good.
I've dropped 6 frames out of 10,500. That's pretty good.
And you're still doing it 1080?
Yeah, it'd be 1080p. So frames are 60. What have I got? And I've dropped 18,000. So frames missed due to rendering lag, 18 out of 43,000. So numbers are pretty good.
Pretty good. And you're streaming as well now?
Yeah, I'm streaming. However, not much is happening from a streaming perspective because I'm in a queue on Grey Zone. So I've been at 5 on the queue for nearly 10 minutes and it dropped to 4 about 2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, I'm just having a look at your stream now. Just checking the quality.
Yeah, cool.
So it's 1080.
It's just hard to check the quality because it's already a blurred background because of the queuing screen. But it's been at 4 for a while. I'm guessing, again, it's just a case of waiting for people to leave the game. And because there's no time restrictions, people can play for hours and hours and hours.
That's right. I remember them saying they were going to build in if you're just idle, it'll kick you.
Yeah, well, this is obviously why. There was a hotfix that dropped today. I haven't read the notes on that though. They're dropping a hotfix probably every second day at the moment, so they're working on it pretty hard.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty good.
I mean, again, I started at 5 in the queue, which really isn't many, and I'm just sitting here. Which I wouldn't have expected there to be too much of a queue in Perth at 10 o'clock. Or 10 to 10, but...
Yeah, depends on how many servers they've got in Australia and how many... what they're doing.
Yeah, it's true. I'm on an oceanic server, which... what does that include? That'd be here in New Zealand. Oh, there could be offshore servers though, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on where they go with it, but yeah, typically us New Zealand.
Let's Google it.
Go to bed in a minute. So tired.
Came on for the chats, did you?
Oh, just to jump in quickly, yeah.
It's dropped to 3. I was going to say, I mean, rather than wait for this, we can try a little bit of Helldivers, but if you're going to head off soon, I guess I'll...
Yeah, no, I'm going to jump off. It's a long day and...
Yeah.
Feels like it's never ended.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow. Get on a bit earlier.
Yeah, I'll be on the usual time tomorrow. It'll be somewhere between 9 and 9:30.
Yeah. All good. Well, enjoy your thing.
I look forward to standing in a virtual line.
Awesome. Sounds so cool.
Well, if you're getting bored, you can jump into chat because I've now worked out how to bring up chat on my other screen without YouTube winning.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Well, it is not having to have it up to see it. Yeah. It will only be me or Mitch, so you know.
Yeah, exactly right. Who else is it going to be? Absolutely no one. Who else do I want it to be? Absolutely no one. I've reached the entirety of my target audience.
Like you say, unless you start promoting and trying to
Yeah.
Apparently, you can, how you get all the backgrounds and the little bits and pieces. Like if people do send you stuff, you can get all of them for free, apparently. So you can have like starting stream and everything looks black and white or whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be that person. I'm not really streaming for other people. It's just if something cool happens, it's captured type thing.
Yeah. And then same. That's what I was bashing about. It's just for the fun of it.
Yeah, well, the amount of times I'm like, oh, that was such a good shot. I wish it was recording, but I don't want to record it onto my computer because just the memory that it chews up is staggering really quick.
Yeah, like that'll have a bigger impact on you. Then again, like you say, you can grab your stream, you can probably download it, edit it, and then do shorts or whatever, like clips and stuff rather.
Yeah, you can do that. The only problem I had with that is obviously my OBS settings were no good and the upload quality was pretty poor at the start. So if I wanted to capture something, it was like...
Yeah,
couldn't,
it should be good now.
Crap.
I think you can stream and record at the same time through OBS, but again, I don't know. That's where you might need like a separate capture card, so you're not
100%.
Your video card, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I tried that using the one card, and the playability of I think it was Call of Duty, the playability of the game deteriorated.
Yeah.
Yeah, just my experience.
Yeah, I can understand why, because like you're trying to run it as hard as you can.
Yeah.
That'll be my only issue coming up next, is that once I get the new monitor, it'll be great, but it's 4K, so it's like you'll just be testing each game to go, well, it looks really good, but what frames am I getting?
Yeah.
If I'm getting above 70, say, is a thing, 70, maybe 80 frames at 4K with high resolution stuff, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
How much did the new monitor set you back?
1400.
Yeah, okay. I just couldn't spend that kind of money on a screen. But 4K, that's pretty cool. And it was the one that you wanted, yeah?
I wanted the flat one, but I wasn't willing to spend two.
Got to be honest, I reckon give it 2 weeks and you will never want a flat screen again.
Probably won't even notice it because it's only a slight curve, if that makes sense. So I think it's less than what yours is.
Yeah, the only time you will notice it is when you go to play games on a flat screen again. And then you'll just go, ooh.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I mean, it's alright. I mean, look, at the end of the day, $1,400, that's pretty good because it's $1,900 normal. So I got 500, just about 500.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What brand is it?
The Dell Alienware.
Yeah, sweet. So it's good.
So yeah, it's great. Like it's good. I was going to buy it through JB, but then I was just like, you couldn't go in and do anything, so I thought I'll just go through Dell directly. And then if there's any issues, most people like you just here's the thing number. You send it back to them. They send you out a new one.
Yeah.
And it's got a 3-year warranty, so protects you from burn-in and stuff. So if you do start getting images which burn in,
yeah, you can do it direct with the supplier. Much
that's
better.
it. Yeah. But again, they said the only thing with the OLED stuff is the only reason why you get burn-in is because you've got static things on there all the time. I mean, they're getting better and better with putting stuff to adjust it, but if you're playing games and you're watching movies or content, then you're pretty right. Like, most of the static stuff's gone.
Yeah.
And then, if I've obviously got the second monitor, I'm just going to put all of any icons to click into whatever. I'll just put them on my current monitor.
Yeah. So what size is the new one?
32-inch.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah, so it's like I'll just move everything onto the other, like my current screen, and yeah, like I'm not going to bother. Like I don't have my taskbar is always hidden unless I need it.
Yep.
And then, so you would have saw last night I had that weird, crazy background constantly going.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, I put that on because basically it's a video file. So video files are constantly updating. So again, you're not getting burn-in. So and it just looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, I would recommend with the second monitor because mine's turned up on its side, so it's a document reader for work. So PDFs and whatnot, it's really, really good. But for doing this sort of thing, it's awesome because everything seems to fit better up and down as opposed to side by side. So I've
Yep.
got my chat at the top, the OBS at the bottom. I can put Discord at the top, OBS at the bottom, or YouTube. It just works better on its side, and it would take up less room on your desk as well, because I know you haven't got the
Yeah,
desk.
yeah. Well, I'm in an hour whether I'm pretty sure it's going to have to go to the left of my desk anyway with a space.
Ah, yeah, okay.
But whether they put them both on arms.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was
How
talking
much
to my
does that
brother-in-law,
cost?
and I said, they're only like $150
Oh,
for
that's
dual arms. Decent ones.
Yeah.
But I asked my brother-in-law, and he's like, "Oh, I thought about it," but he goes, "We've had them at like his previous work and stuff." And he said, if you accidentally, like, you're typing or moving around on the desk, that vibration translates into your monitors.
Mm-hmm.
So he said sometimes it's no good, that you can get a bit more wobble on than you'd like while you're playing.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it depends on. But I think I'll just set it all up initially, and then just see how it is. You like say turn this one on its side.
Yeah, you'll come up with something that'll work nicely.
But it's also 240 hertz.
Oh my god, that's unreal.
Yeah. Well, this is why it's like, it was one of those things. It was like reading all the reviews. They're like, well, you've got this one, or you've got that one, or you've got this one, and basically it's the exact same panel, except it's flat, and they've got a couple of extra features. But like I say, I got mine for 1400, and that's with Dell MSI. Same panel is 2.1 or 2.2, and then the Asus, again, exactly the same panel, is 2.6 or something.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, that's stupid. I mean, you get a decent IPS panel with 200, 180, whatever, 200, 360 hertz. Not that you need it, but you're still spending $900
Yeah.
to, $1,200. And I'm like, well, I'd rather have OLED, have far better color accuracy. It's also 4K. So if I do want to watch movies and content, at least it's at that level. And, I've got a 4080, I can run games at 4K.
Yeah.
I'm just not running it at, not running Call of Duty at 200 frames a second or whatever it is. And 190, I might get 110. Oh no, it's 110 frames a second. Like, you know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
if you start playing Cyberpunk or, stuff like that, it's like, it just looks good.
Well, I've just realised that the stats thing that I've got is different to the one that you had, because yours had your viewership and all that sort of stuff. Not that I'm expecting much in the way of viewership, but it
Yeah.
did have that, whereas mine doesn't. So maybe I've got a different stat thing.
Maybe it's a different version of OBS. Like, I literally downloaded the new one yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't updated my OBS actually. It could be that.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, mine, I guess to say, it was really simple. I just downloaded it, and the tutorial said just go to the wizard and say what you want it to do. Streaming only. This is the monitor resolution I want it, what ratio you want it to be. It's connected to Twitch or whatever you're using, and it's like YouTube, connect the account. Is that all you want? It does a test of what you can get through, like a little test to say, yeah, this is how much bitrate you can have. Whacked it on, and then just adjusted it manually, and
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't go
moved
through
the
all
chat
that.
window to the left. Yeah, it was really simple.
I guess I was
Well, you
focused
probably
on
wanna look at-
recording than streaming at the time of getting it.
Yeah, I want to, more of tutorials and stuff. I want to have a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
more of a look at all of that, just to see if there's
Well, the recording side of things is really, really easy. And it comes up really, really, really crisp.
yeah, it's just like you say, it's more taxing on your system and your card and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've got a 2 terabyte drive that I put in there just in case for extra games or recording stuff with. So maybe it's worthwhile. I don't know.
Yeah, I uninstalled some games the other day to make room for all the upcoming new games.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's filling up already. I think I ended up with about 200 gig remaining. I think because I've got what'd you put in there? I think there were 2 1 terabytes.
Yeah.
And the one that is not for the system or the other stuff, which is where I put the games. Yeah, games chew through that pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, my game drive, I've got 600 gig out of the terabyte. But then I've got the 2 terabyte, which is empty. So,
Yeah, right.
but my C drive is, how big is my C drive? Yeah, my C drive is only 500 gig.
Well, I was
But that's
researching
still
how
got
much.
326. Yeah.
I was researching the cost of them because you got me those the new, I don't know what they're called, the ones that slot in the card looking ones. They're not
Yeah.
cheap, those things. They're like $400-500
yeah.
each.
It depends on, one, the capacity, and 2, the generation. So if it's Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, and I think they're coming out with Gen 6, and it's just how fast the read-write speed is.
Yeah, right.
And for playing games, unless you're moving super large volume files around all the time, you don't need more than 3,000. You know, when you consider an old hard drive, what were they doing, like 800 megabytes a second? And, you know, then like the standard-based M.2 drives are 3,000 megabytes a second read-write. You know, Gen 3, Gen 4, I think is about between 5 and 7. And then the Gen 5s are, you know, stupid, but again, you don't need it, like, but then it's down to capacity.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you start hitting 4 terabyte and 8 terabyte drives a day, even at the base level, they're a bit expensive. But again, how much space do you need?
Well, I want more. Mind you, a lot of the games that I put on the computer I'm not playing because obviously I'm very one-dimensional with my games. But I got rid of Destiny. That wasn't worthy. I had installed all the old Halo games because I thought, we'd be able to do them, but then we couldn't play them co-op because there was no cross-play, so I'll just get rid of them again. I'm not going to play them. And saved up a bit of space.
Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much got Helldivers 2, Forza 4. I've got the finals on there, but I haven't played that.
I took that off. I took it off. I was like, realistically, with all the new games coming out, we're not going to play it.
Nah, there's Remnant 2, which I've got, but again, you guys kind of smashed through it.
Yeah, I can't see us going back to that one. Pretty much finished it.
Yeah.
You got left behind on that one?
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things. And it was okay, but it was like, I don't know how much I enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, didn't get your juices flowing. A bit like me and Helldivers. Like, I'll jump in when you're on, because it's like, it's fun because it's a social thing as opposed to this game is great.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's, to be fair, that's a good way to play games, but, you know, when something bigger and better comes out, you still got that social element, well, you're gonna swap. And there's options now. Like, I choose Helldivers over Remnant. I would choose Grey Zone. I'd probably choose Grey Zone over any other game that I've got at the moment. And when Mitch is on, I still enjoy jumping in for some plunder. Like, that was actually a lot of fun.
I don't mind COD. COD's alright.
I'll never take that one off. I'll keep that there. Whether I buy the new one this year or not, I mean, I probably will, to be fair. I'll probably still part ways with my money. But I mean, I'm already falling behind with the guns and stuff. And
yeah, I know a lot of people are ditching their Game Pass now.
Yeah, right.
Because of Microsoft bidding a whole heap of studios.
Well, I'll keep my Game Pass because there's still quite a bit going on there. And I ended up getting The Sims for Nora because she's now starting to play slightly more grown-up games and she loves that at the moment. I thought that's kind of cool. She can play The Sims.
Just installing stuff as I think about it. I'm not going to play.
I'm still in position 3 in the queue.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Again, a never-ending persistent world. People could literally just play for days and never log out. Unless they fix the idle player scenario.
Yeah. There's some cool games. Like, I wouldn't mind just trying. There's called Manor Lords, and that's for free as part of your Game Pass.
Yeah, I saw that one. I don't know too much about it.
If you fancy playing it, it's well, strategy build, strategy resource thing. So it's like Age of Empires.
Yeah, okay.
So I fancy trying that. I don't know if it's co-op or anything.
It's single player.
Ah, yeah.
City
like
builder, real
game.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I still want to play Cyberpunk and get the expansion for it, but again, it's the game I've got, so I can play anytime.
Yeah. I jumped into Cyberpunk the other night, and it just felt so foreign. I was like, I'm gonna have to replay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to learn how to play this game again, which almost makes me want to just start it again, because it's genuinely a great game. Like, it's just awesome.
It's one of those games that I'm not in any rush to play, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to playing.
Yeah, it's funny how those games exist. I got a feel like that. So I can't wait to play it, but I'm still set in my ways with what I've got for the moment.
Yeah, I don't like when we jump on, there's a limited amount of time. Like, I can't be sitting here for, even on the weekends and stuff. I don't have time to be sitting here to play, 5, 6, 7 hours, straight, just just play this. I mean, COD's fun, but yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, there's other games. I mean, Forza's been good, but it's good to jump into, but it's like, I want the newer cars to run around in.
Yeah. I think my problem with games like Call of Duty is you jump on and you play for a session and it's fun, but it's not fulfilling. I don't know if that makes sense. Whereas if you play something like Cyberpunk, as you're progressing, you're actually working towards an end game. So when you finish it, there's going to be an element of fulfillment. And I guess that's the nature of single player games. But COD
that's just one of those things. It's what are you getting out of it?
Yeah, for me, it's just fun with friends playing Plunder and killing people. But when you start to fall behind on guns, and then the meta shifts, and you're like, okay, well, I want to have fun with friends, but be competitive in the game. I'm gonna have to put in all these side hours.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a whole heap of games on my wish list. So, like, there's Grey Zone is on there. There's a new Space Marine one coming out that looks really cool. Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk. There's still Armored Cores, which is the mech one.
Oh yeah.
But if it was like $15, I'd probably pick it up. I'm not spending $90. Homeworld 3 is on there.
I'll wait.
Cult of the Lamb.
I'll watch the
game.
reviews for Homeworld.
Yeah, it's obviously Baldur's Gate 3, which I really want to play, but I'm happy to hold off until we can all sort of get stuck into it.
I was getting impatient until Grey Zone came out, and now I don't. I don't feel so impatient anymore.
Yeah. And I'll probably pick it up soon, Grey Zone, so we can run around and enjoy that. Keep that a bit of a whirl. But yeah, there's tons of games, like, heaps of games to look at and play.
Do I risk quitting this, assuming that maybe there's something wrong in the background, and then losing my spot in the queue?
I reckon you just lose your spot.
I reckon I will too.
Yeah. There's a few games coming out that sound look cool that I'd want to play, mess about with.
Yeah, it's picking up. There's some really good games coming.
Yeah, there's even some like old school games like there was a Star Wars game. I can't remember what it was called now, but I remember playing that like
I cancelled.
Teenager. And it was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked terrible compared to nowadays, but
position in the queue is still 3. I cancelled. Well, at least I didn't lose the spot. It said on Reddit, cancel and keep trying, queue doesn't work. But that's also from 7 days ago, so there might be a hotfix for that.
Yeah. 82.
I could try a different server. What have I got? Oceania. No, I really should stick with Oceania looking at that.
I suppose Diablo 2, 4 is going to be kicking over soon again with the new season.
Oh yeah, you can jump in and run that.
So I mean, that's a game. That's always fun just to run around in and just have a mess about. And
check out the new mechanics without having to relearn a whole new game.
Yeah, pretty much. There is that. What else is on the... There's a bit of stuff about on the Xbox one. Where's Xbox? Launching.
Oh, I'm position 4 in the queue now. Damn it. That last reset must have. Damn it.
Yeah, probably. I've already got it. Why does it do that?
I hear it's something to do with the hotfix. Is anyone having issues queue times after the hotfix patch?
Oh, Halo Infinite was free, wasn't it?
On Game Pass, it might be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just seeing all the PC games that are coming out. I mean, there's a lot of games on here. Burnout Paradise.
I think I might just stop my stream, keep this going, just do some work. I might do that.
Yeah,
all my
might be.
viewers, I am logging off.
Yeah, just